Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome for this new episode of Real Talk Alignment at Speak Up and Empower. Speak Up and Empower is a membership based community of heart centered entrepreneurs that are on a mission to support you in any area of your life, either in business, spirituality, relationship, your health, any area of your life. You will find resources available for you at speakupandempower.com. I truly invite you to check out the platform and see what can support you over there. And if you're an expert, if you believe that you have a message and you want your voice to be heard, you are welcome to join the expert panel of Speak Up and Empower.com. So we are here today for a new episode. We are here every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Pacific time and 3 p.m. Eastern time. Today we have a special topic, and it's really important during this time to talk about our emotions. And tomorrow is Thanksgiving in the United States. If you are celebrating Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving in advance. If you don't, anyway, you know what Thanksgiving is. And of course, if you join me live, feel free to say hi. I would love to know where you are joining me from, where you're watching this episode from. And of course, if you have any plans for Thanksgiving, let me know what those plans are. Do you have any family coming over? Are you visiting family? Do you have any friends to celebrate with? Let me know. For me, I will go celebrate with my twin and other friends. We'll put together and have a great Thanksgiving, hopefully. Thanksgiving is a time in the year where, people stop for a moment and think about all the great things that have happened during the year, all the things they are grateful for, all the things that they can, celebrate together with their loved ones. And I was on a meeting on Monday, on a Zoom meeting. And at the end of the meeting, of course, we wished happy holidays to everyone, happy Thanksgiving for those that celebrate Thanksgiving. And one woman on that meeting said she's not really excited about Thanksgiving. And we asked why, and she said she has, bad memories. She's always stressed out when she thinks about meeting with family to celebrate Thanksgiving because it's not always fun. And she said that other people on the call shared the same experience, how they have anxiety about, meeting with family members and celebrating Thanksgiving. Sometimes those moments are emotionally, challenging for some people because the atmosphere sometimes not that fun. Some people can feel judged and all resentment, people that you avoid all year long. Now you end up being kind of forced to meet them because it's Thanksgiving, all the family has to get together. So it's challenging for some people to know how to deal with those emotions, and they are concerned about how am I going to deal with that. It's causing a lot of anxiety, unfortunately. And for some people, the stress is on a different level, or the sadness is because we cannot get together, really. Some people are far away from each other. For example, my family is in Cameroon, so I will celebrate with my friends. But for some people, it's a different story. Maybe they are stuck in different countries, different part of the country. They cannot travel because of the COVID, because of the lockdown and all of the things going on. So they will end up maybe celebrating on Zoom, which is not the same, right? It's not the same as hugging people you love. It's not the same as really, feeling touching the people you didn't see for a long time. You didn't have time to really connect like that. And again, even for Thanksgiving, we will not have a chance to experience that. So in different ways, our emotions are really challenged during these times for any given reason. And especially the holidays are a time of the year where a lot of emotions come up. For me, for a long time, I hated the holidays. I really hated it. All my friends knew I would always say I hate the holidays. They never knew why. The reason I hated the holidays so much because as soon as we would enter this time of the year, I will remember Christmas is around the corner. And when I was a little girl, Christmas was a beautiful time for me. We will gather together, and my father that had left the house at that point will come. We will celebrate Christmas together. I remember our big dining table with 12 seats will be filled because I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters, so it's a big family. Plus, we will invite, friends that didn't have a chance to celebrate with their family. So it was a really big time for me, big loving memories, and we'd be laughing and having a lot of fun together. And I would have a chance to have a sip of wine, which again was blasphemy. But anyway, it was a beautiful memory growing up. And at some point, the family, went apart. My father wasn't coming anymore. Some of my brothers and sisters traveled abroad. So it wasn't the same experience anymore for Christmas. So it became a sad memory. Well, it became the time of the year where I will remember all that I don't have my family together anymore, that I will not celebrate with my family. So it became a depressing time for me. I remember crying for a lot of nights during the holidays. And none of my friends knew, because emotions, again, are things that we are not really used to share with people. We are not trained to be emotional, to cry, to feel bad, to feel sad. And sometimes we hide, and that's what I was doing. My friends just knew that I hated the holidays. They never really understood why I was hating the holidays, or they never knew that I was crying at night because I was feeling so sad and so depressed that I was like, when is this going to be over for me to go back to my life? And we do that a lot with emotions. When we feel emotions that we don't like, maybe it's sadness, maybe it's anxiety, maybe it's depression, we just want it to be over. We just want it to be over, to move on, to do something else. And I want to invite you to do it differently. Emotions are a beautiful gift that we have as human beings to feel. It's important to feel. But we are in a world where emotions are associated with weakness. If you cry, you are weak. If you are sad or you're affected by things that happen around you, you are weak. And maybe during this time you feel sad for any given reason. And I hope you have a chance, you have somebody, maybe you feel free, or you give yourself permission to feel that way, because it's okay. And you are not alone. We always feel like, oh, I have to hide how I feel because other people don't feel the same way. And what are they going to think about me? I just wanted to know that you're not alone. I was crying by myself in that bed, but now I know I wasn't alone, because hearing stories, the type of stories I heard on Monday on that call about people being concerned about meeting other families members and not knowing how it's going to go, not being sure that it's going to be well because of past experiences where mean comments were made, other people were not nice to each other, arguments and all of the things that can happen in family gatherings. I knew I wasn't alone to be concerned or feel bad during the holidays. Everybody has his own story. You probably have yours. And I hope yours is beautiful. I hope you're excited tomorrow to celebrate Thanksgiving, if you celebrate Thanksgiving. And I hope you have a chance to be with your family. And even if you don't have that chance, if you just have to meet via Zoom, whatever that makes you feel, if you are sad about it, if you are, frustrated about that, it's okay. It's really okay. And I just want you to acknowledge how you feel and understand that it's a gift for you to feel that way. And this year has been really challenging emotionally for all of us. Either we have been affected in directly or not directly, our emotions have been affected. We have felt something all this year, frustration more than before, anger more than before. We have experienced so many things. Even if it's at the personal level or at the global level, we have experienced things that have pushed us to feel emotions that maybe we have buried for a long time. We were just putting them on the side and we were just moving forward in our life. We take a deep breath and keep pushing, keep going. We will not stop to feel. And this year has really been an opportunity for us to stop and feel. And the holidays have always been a period we filled with emotions, bad, sad, happy, and whatever it is, there are emotions. And I want to invite you to feel all those emotions. If you are grateful for anything, and even if you don't see anything to be grateful for, remember that it's always something, right? There is always something to be grateful for. Just being alive now more than ever is a good reason to be grateful for. Maybe you don't have maybe you are one of those people that are concerned, oh, I'm going to meet that cousin again that is so mean to me. I'm going to have to deal with these arguments again with my family. I don't even want to be with them. Maybe it's better for me to even stay with my friends instead of my family. It doesn't matter how you feel. It's okay. It's human, right? It's human. And you can, obviously, if you feel that way, there is a reason why. There is an opportunity for you to come back, feel those emotions and move through them, not ignore them, not, push them under and take a deep breath and keep going like nothing is happening. If you feel that way, something is happening. Maybe you have a past story that is still hurting you. Maybe you have a wound that still needs to be healed. Maybe you are growing and you need to feel all the emotions that are involved with you leaving the old you behind and becoming the new you. All those emotions mean something. It's important for you to take the opportunity that is given to you by God, the universe, whatever you believe in, to feel something, to see something that is happening within you. One thing that we do a lot with emotions, we attribute them to other people. Somebody made me feel this way. I'm feeling sad because of what someone else said or did or didn't say or didn't do. I feel depressed because of what is happening. I am anxious because I don't know what to expect tomorrow at Thanksgiving dinner or whatever the case is. We make our emotions about other people. And furthermore, we even try to rationalize our emotions. We want to make it make sense. But one thing that is beautiful with emotions is that emotions don't make sense. They don't. But we always want to make it make sense. We want to justify why we feel the way we feel. We want to explain to ourselves or to other people why we feel the way we feel. But it doesn't matter. What matters is that we feel a certain way. It all that matters. We feel a certain way, and it's important to be in that space of feeling that way and letting it go, not ignoring it, not trying to rationalize, not trying to explain it. If you feel a certain way, if you feel sad, anxious, depressed, angry, frustrated, there is something, there is a gift that is given to you to explore what is happening within you. What is happening within? Stop and sit in that emotion and acknowledge it and see why you feel that way. What brought that emotion? It's not something outside of you. It's not somebody behind you. Those people or those situations were just an opportunity for you to see what is happening within you and to heal maybe past wounds, past traumas, and come out stronger. And you can obviously shift the way you feel. It's not like, okay, if you have felt bad last Thanksgiving, you came back out of there traumatized or unhappy, or now you don't know what to expect tomorrow. It doesn't have to stay that way. That's the beauty of it. Emotions are not, you can't feel sad forever unless you want to. But you have a chance to really shift and feel a different way. Now I don't feel the same way about holidays anymore. Now I'm grateful that I get to see the end of the year and celebrate with people and be happy. I don't have all the things that I would love to have, but I'm grateful that I'm alive. I'm grateful that I get to see today and tomorrow and all the other days. I'm grateful that I can speak. I'm grateful that I can walk. I'm grateful that I can laugh. I'm grateful that I can cry. I'm grateful that I'm still alive to feel what I'm feeling right now, whatever it is. So I made a decision to shift, to heal my story, my trauma about, what the holidays meant for me, what Christmas meant for me, and what I didn't have anymore. We can look at all the things, all the reasons why we should be sad, we should be depressed, we should not be, grateful or celebrate. Why will I even be happy? Nothing has worked out the way I thought. Nothing looks the way I want it to look like. My life doesn't look the way I look like, and I'm so mad at what is happening right now. I'm so sad I can't even get with my family. There is so many things that we can, sit on and keep feeling the way we feel about them. That's a choice we have. Ultimately, we can decide to do whatever we want. We are sovereign beings, but we also have the opportunity to shift the way we see those things, to shift the way we feel about those things, because most of the times we can change how people will talk to us. We can't change the way people will treat us. We can't change the way people, see us. We can't change what people think about us. We can't change the way the world works. We can't change the system. We can't change the economy. We can't stop COVID. We can't stop not all of those things. Maybe we don't have that power, or maybe we do. But right now, the power we have for sure is the way to control how we feel. We have the power to acknowledge how we feel and decide, do I want to keep feeling this way? Or do I want to feel different? And what do I want to feel? How do I want to feel? Do I want to sit and keep being sad about all those things? Or do I want to sit and look at the things, the little thing that can make me happy right now? Maybe I have water in my house, running water. I can be grateful for that. I can be happy. I can be happy that maybe I have one person on my list of contact that I can call right now and have a good time, a good conversation. I can decide instead of just being sad. Also, something that we think is, if I'm not feeling really like celebrating, I cannot be with people and celebrate, because let me just stay away from everybody and be sad. We can be sad and celebrate at the same time. We have that power. We have that power. The beauty is that most of the time shadow works with light. We have the power. We don't have to be only negative, only sad, only depressed. We can, even in the midst of all the things that make us feel a certain way, we can be in the midst of those situations, choose, decide to celebrate, decide to be happy, decide to be grateful. It's a decision we can make. We have that power to shift. And if you are concerned, like that girl on Monday on that call saying, I don't feel excited to be with my family because the energy is just so negative, and have done so much work on myself during this year that I don't want them to drain my energy. I don't want them to mess up with my energy. The good news is that you have the power to go there with the same people that maybe usually trigger you, maybe usually make you feel a certain way. You can be there and be a different person and be so in your power that whatever they do, even if they do the exact same thing they used to do, even if they say the exact same things they used to say, you will not feel the same way about it. That's the power you have. You don't have the power to stop them from saying those things or acting that way, whatever it is. But you can change the way you feel about those things. You can shift the way you feel about those things. You can release that anger. You can release the frustration. You can heal all the wounds, those things they said that you have in you, and come trigger, because that's what triggers are. Triggers are just an opportunity for us to see the holes we have in us. It's like somebody, you have a hole that you don't see, you don't pay attention to, and somebody comes and poke it. That's what triggers are. Somebody will say something and you will like, I can't believe you just said that. Somebody will do something and you will go off. You will watch the news and you'll be so mad, so frustrated, and all of the things. Again, we have so many things happening right now, and that have happened this year, that all our emotions are all over the place. We have seen anger than we have ever seen before for most of us. We have seen hate the way we have never experienced it before. Divide like never before. We feel so separated now. So it's so many things happening that it's really important for us to be grounded, for us to be in control of our emotion. Because if we are still victim of whatever is happening around us, if those things, those events, those people have the power to make us feel a certain way, still have the power to control how happy we are going to be, how sad we are going to be, how depressed we are going to be, it's going to be a really, really tough experience for us. But what we can do, what we can choose to do today, and I don't know if you are happy or you say even celebrate Thanksgiving at all, but if you are not, I just want you to remember this as we go to on Thanksgiving tomorrow, as maybe you are preparing mentally, emotionally to go face or deal with the family members you could avoid for the rest of the year, and now maybe now you have to be with them and you're not really excited about it. I want you to remember that you have the power to control the way you feel the whole time. You don't have the power to, and it's not about them, it's always about us. Whatever we feel, it's on us. It's on us. We have the power to shift the way we feel. We have the power to feel the way we shift. So what you can do, if you go to, you know, if you are just frustrated because your family, you're going to see them on Zoom only and you don't like the way it's going to be, it's okay to be sad, because it's not fun that way unless we decide to make it fun, make the most out of it. Be grateful no matter what. There is always something to be grateful for. Maybe being on Zoom, you know, it sucks. You would have loved to hug your people, of course. But they are alive. You are alive. How beautiful that is. Maybe you are cooking on your own and they are cooking on their own, but at least you get food to cook. You can always find something, a little something to be grateful for. And I want you to think about it. Just for a second, shift for a second and just look around and say, hey, yes, this is not really ideal for me right now. I didn't really want things to look this way. I at the beginning of this year, I never expected all the things I went through. I never knew this is going to be this way. And tomorrow I have to celebrate. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, or every day I have to celebrate, find a way to, what can I celebrate? Find that little thing. Maybe just because you are sitting there and thinking about it, because you're alive, is something to celebrate. There is always something. Maybe now you get a chance to talk to somebody on the phone that you never had a chance to talk to. There's always a little something in the midst of all the darkness. There is always something that can bring a little light and bring back hope. And you can be at peace in the midst of all of it. Now, I chose, or I decided, to make the most out of the holidays instead of crying the whole time and praying for it to be over. Let's get to January and forget about the whole thing. Feel all those emotions. It's an opportunity. Heal what needs to be healed. Let go of what needs to be gone, what doesn't serve you anymore. Forgive what it needs to be forgiven. If you believe you have to forgive, just do it. Even if you don't do it for people, again, it's all about you. When you release things, you are freeing yourself. When you release people, you are freeing yourself. You're not doing them any favor. You are freeing yourself. Make sure you stay in peace with yourself. Stay at peace within. And find that spot, that sweet spot, where nobody can come and disturb your peace and disturb your joy and stop you from celebrating. Find the power to be at that place within yourself where anything around you that is said, that is done, that is happening will never come and disturb your peace. You can feel whatever you feel, sadness, but you always come back to that place of peace, of complete peace and love, and always find something within yourself to remember how loved you are, to remember that nothing is stronger than you, to remember that whatever you feel right now doesn't have to be that way. It's not the end of the story. It's just one step along the way. You're on your path of growth, of healing. So this is just a step. No reason to beat yourself up or be ashamed because of that, or hide the way I used to hide. My friend never knew why I hated the holidays. But no need to hide, to be ashamed of how you feel or that you want to cry. Be okay with your emotions. Acknowledge them, appreciate them, be grateful for them. Because that's one of the beauties of being a human being. We get to feel. That's part of the experience. We get to feel things. We get to experience things. And be grateful for that. And as you go tomorrow at that Thanksgiving celebration, even if it's with just friends or even if it's just on Zoom, make a decision right now that you are going to have a good time. Make a decision that you are going to celebrate. You're going to find one thing to celebrate, even if this year has been heavy or challenging. Whether we want to acknowledge it or not, we have felt it in our emotions some way, somehow. Make a decision to celebrate that this year, this beautiful year that has taught us so much as a collective, at a personal level. We have learned so much about each other, about ourselves. We have grown so much. We have started healing, or we have healed. Whatever it is, maybe we are still healing, but at least we have had this year. All these things that have happened were beautiful experiences that we got an opportunity to experience, and that's a beautiful gift. So let's celebrate. Let's find something to celebrate. Even if celebrating Thanksgiving is not part of your culture, that's okay. We don't really need an excuse to be grateful. We don't really need a reason or a special day to find something to be grateful for. Maybe to call a family member or a friend and just say, I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful to have you in my life. I'm grateful to know you. I'm grateful to get to laugh with you. I'm grateful to get to cry with you. I'm grateful because I know I can cry when you're around. I know you can hold space for me when I'm weak, when I'm sad, when I'm depressed. I'm grateful because I know I can call you and you will pick up my call. We can always, every day, be grateful for something. And if it's tough right now, it's okay. If it's difficult right now, it's fine. Whatever emotions you're feeling right now, we need to feel them. It's okay to feel them. No shame about it. No beating ourselves up. We can decide. We can decide in the midst of all those emotions. We can decide when to move on. We can decide to go on the other side of it. We can decide to feel different, to feel better, to feel good, to be at peace no matter what. So I hope we're going to make that decision together to enjoy this time of the year or tomorrow for Thanksgiving and be grateful that we get to celebrate with somebody somewhere, even if it's on Zoom, on a call, whatever it is. We get the beautiful gift to celebrate, to be alive, to laugh, even if for a second. So let's use that opportunity and let's have a beautiful, lovely Thanksgiving. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving in advance. And if you do not, I'm still grateful for you, and happy celebration every day. Every day. Thank you so much for watching this episode. We are here every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time for Real Talk Alignment. It was my pleasure to be here again today to have this conversation with you. I'm your host, Crystal Biga. You can always also check out my content on my YouTube channel, Crystal Biga. I would love to have you there as well. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful rest of your day. You are loved. You're powerful. You're beautiful. Bye.